Abzan Doom. So Doom refers to this card here, Doom Foretold. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player sacrifices a non-land, non-token permanent. If that player can't, they discard a card, lose 2 life. You draw a card, gain 2 life, and get a 2/2 Knight token. Abzan, for those newer to Magic, refers to this color combination here of white, black, and green. We surround Doom Foretold with a variety of cards that we don't mind sacrificing. So we have Treacherous Blessing here, which generates card advantage, then we expressly want to get rid of it. We have Oath of Kaya, which kills something and then hangs out in the battlefield to sacrifice. And then we've got Cauldron Familiar here, which allows us to... Cauldron Familiar is really neat with Doom Foretold because in a roundabout way, Cauldron Familiar enables us to sacrifice food tokens to Doom because we can always sack a food to bring the cat back and then in turn sack the cat to Doom Foretold. We've also got Trail of Crumbs here since we're playing the cat Oven Engine anyways to draw cards. And then we've got Vraska here as another way to sacrifice Treacherous Blessing and just be a little bit interactive. One of the changes this deck has made from last season, which I really like, is there's 4 copies of Assassin's Trophy in the main deck. I think that seems like a very reasonable card to try and keep up with the red decks in the format. There's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 green sources. I kind of feel like I want some Thrashing Brontodons in the board now that I'm thinking. I was thinking about the red matchup, and this card's really good at helping us not die to Embercleave. So I kind of think I want to put a handful of these in here. Let's do that. This is also a card that beats Embercleave that, what's it called? That you can find with Trail, which is nice. So let's jam some of those in the board. Let's hop on into a constructed event with this one and see how it goes. Yeah, the win condition here is eventually grinding them out with cats. Doom Foretold also technically does damage to them, I suppose. Big fan of not having to hit the concede button when Embercleave happens. Am I done with the ladder for a while? I'm done with the ladder with decks that are unproven. So we're at like rank like 300 something. I need to like have one more okay-ish run to probably finish the top 1200 for the season. I would like to play the MCQ next month if possible. I'm not gonna like stress out about it if we had a bad run and miss. It's whatever we miss, but if I can play some things semi-sparingly on the ladder and like end up sneaking in, that would be ideal. But I also want to make sure we get good variety here, so constructed events are a good mix. Also, like, farming the constructed events is good gold for next season a lot of the time. So I could jam this, but they could have veto. So I'd like to try and clear the way of a counterspell first before I jam Blessing down. Now, knowing our luck, we're going to see double 3-mana counterspell here and be really sad. Exiling Trawler is really good. Getting rid of that one permanently has big upside. It's gonna like send the goose in here, let him know what's up. Oh, so awkward. It's actually super wrong to attack with my goose there because they're gonna play Teferi and he's gonna eat my food like an annoying coworker out of the fridge, and the goose, if I leave it untapped, can eat the food. So in my quest to be cheeky, I have made a misplay. You have any idea what I'm going to play in the MCQ? No idea. If I qualify for the MCQ, I'm probably going to work on the Red-Black Titan deck, because I think that's the deck I've enjoyed the most in the standard format. But I also know there's a very realistic chance that I don't qualify for it, and I'm not putting any effort in before I do. There's a lot of decent decks in this format that are fun to play, so we're just bouncing around having a good time for the time being. Once I feel like I've locked up my rank for the season, I'll stick on constructed events until it ends, MB, but I don't think my current ladder position is safe, no. They draw a counterspell. It is not, Jonay. Red Black Aristocrats is a mid-range deck that's focused around Tiamat Calls the Dead and Titan. Yeah, really pretty punished here for my play. It's called Red Black Titan. What problem does 3-mana Chandra solve? You just want to like flash back your random cheap spells?
Trust me, I have a plan.
Because you don't really leverage the tokens particularly well, except to just like 2 people over and over again. Like why is she useful? I'm gonna kill their Teferi before it draws another card. I'm gonna shock this in so we can make another food here. Having some food pent up is good, just in case we eventually draw a Trail of Crumbs. Have some draws in the bank. Yeah, there's a lot of decks that are a lot of fun in this format. I think there's like 16 different standard decks up on my website. Whatever's in the last video we played, Mitsu. Yeah, I feel like that deck already has good staying power against sweepers, though. You have Phoenix and you have Kroxa. So, like, I agree with you that it does those things, but I don't know that I really think that that's a problem that you have. I'm just gonna trophy that, since eventually gonna get them back at Teferi, so I might as well kill this before they get to draw a card. Got it.
Right on schedule.
Bounce their Omen, probably. You know, it just like, at some point, I'm gonna remember the text on this card. I guess I did catch myself. So, I said bounce their Omen, and then I almost instinctually said, well, I'll probably trophy that in response. So that way they don't get to draw 2 cards, but there's no in response, because we're playing Hearthstone. It makes me sad, chat. I just want to play Magic. Opponent would like their Trawler back. Well, the Trawler's exiled, so that one's not coming back.
I'll protect you.
It doesn't have a deck page on my website, Willie. You can find the archives on my YouTube channel. I don't put every deck we play on my website. And like, there's already 16 standard decks up there, so like, the threshold for a deck getting onto the site is higher. Need to have played it more times once there's more decks up there. Just because every deck I add is upkeep work, and I have to spend money to add a deck to my website. I have to pay a graphics designer. Hashtag don't pay people in exposure. I'm just one dude that's doing this as a job out of my basement. I pay people in money. I'm not a multi-million dollar corporation like Wizards of the Coast who pays people in exposure. American Gamer, thanks for the 19 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Can we concede? I'm going to concede. I don't know if we're 100% dead, but we're like mostly dead. I usually pay my graphics designer $15 to create one of the banners on my site. If you pay him in exposure, he can also have other clients give him no money. Ain't that the truth? So, Ceratops, Conquer's Death, Agonizing Remorse. Gosh, am I supposed to bring in some Shatters here? You know, maybe this card isn't good in the sideboard. I guess it brings back Ceratops, but like a lot of their removal exiles, and I really don't have good things for this to bring back, right? I wonder if these are supposed to be Liliana, so I could have something that's a threat that deals with Trawler. We talked about generally wanting Liliana in the last deck, and I missed that when I was rebuilding the sideboard. It wasn't in the original submission. Golgari Queen's kind of medium here, too. I'll put 2 Shatters in for now. Feels awkward to have to do that. Liliana would be a permanent-based card that we could find with Trail of Crumbs as well. I would recommend being luckier than your mono black opponent. And worst case scenario, not being unlucky is a good secondary. Yeah, Mose. Yeah. Yeah, we have all of our stuff. Our hand is pretty good. I wonder if I'm supposed to... This might be a mistake. Maybe I'm supposed to Trail of Crumbs here. Just because... Well, my deck has Absian colors in it, so I'm going to let you guess. I think maybe I was supposed to jam Trail there, if only because they didn't have Veto up. So, like, now I've exposed myself to a counterspell, potentially, and this card's really important to resolve. Yeah, I think my sequencing was bad there. We didn't get punished for it, but I think it's worth noting that my sequencing wasn't great. It's always kind of wild to me how many people respond to my deck picture tweets asking me if I could tell them what the rest of the cards in the deck are, like lands that are cut off. Like, how often do people sit there and build decks in their deck editor based off of a tiny, crappy Twitter picture? Like, that's gotta be real tedious, right? Working on green, black, hedge, and standard. I would love you to. I don't look at deck lists while I'm streaming. Great Scott. There's just too much going on. It's hard to keep up with everything. Much more than you'd think. Wild. I guess not everybody always has them for easy importing, huh? I only build decks by copying from MagicEsports.net website directly into Arena. Yep. God bless. That's the way to do it. Gotta go to one of those official Hot Magic websites. Do I play paper? Not anymore. So for people that are new to the stream and aren't familiar with my personal background, between 2013 and 2016, I traveled playing a ton of Magic tournaments on the SCG Open Series. During which time I qualified for 2 of their Players Championship tournaments in 2014 and 2016. I have like a dozen open top 8s, an invitational top 8, a couple invitational top 16s. Number of things here and there. But don't really travel quite as much anymore. It's not particularly profitable to travel. So like, for example, one of the years where I qualified for their Players Championship, I think I finished second on their tour in points for the year, and I just about broke even in terms of the amount of money I spent and the amount of money I made traveling to play Magic that year. Which is good for a hobby. Like, my hobby not costing me any money is good, but like, doing this streaming is an actual job. Like, this literally pays my mortgage. Nah, Ian, that's just too much work for too little. Like, people should I would rather train people to go to my Stream Decker or go to my YouTube channel rather than me do extra work. Yes, hotels and flights are not cheap. I'm gonna trophy this, so that way they don't have anything to sacrifice to Doom Foretold. Obviously, you got to fly first class. Definitely not split a hotel room with multiple other adults playing Cards of the World. Yeah. Like when I say break even, what I mean is I broke even by frequently driving 6, 8, 10, sometimes even 14 hours to play in Magic tournament weekends. And then when we would drive, we would regularly pack 4 to 6 people in a hotel room or a car to split costs so you could make as much as possible without losing it. When I start playing Magic, I started playing Magic casually during Odyssey. And I started playing Magic competitively with New Phyrexia. Yeah, I'm just doing those Twitter posts, Ian, while I'm streaming. So taking the time to do that increases downtime. So the small amount that I do to make my content more accessible there would ultimately end up losing me money because it's more downtime while I'm streaming to do it. When did I start playing Magic as a meme? Well, you see, I used to fly around the country playing Kiki Chord. Okay, Trail of Crumbs is a good pickup. This card's still pretty okay, even at 5 mana, huh? Yep.
Let's slow this down.
So we'll eat this so that way they don't draw a card. Why would they bounce our blessing, Justin? Do you know what this card does? I feel like you don't. Okie-doke. The Winding Road. Thank you for the 13 months. Welcome back. I appreciate it. They have another counterspell. If they have another counterspell here, we're probably dead. Right? That could be worse. So slide that one right back there on top. Pass the turn here. If the Trail of Crumbs can resolve next turn, it can almost assuredly generate enough card advantage to drag us kicking and screaming across the finish line. Would be nice. Get to gain a little bit of life with the cat in the meantime. It's been a while since we've played this with Trail of Crumbs. Like, it's so mechanically heavy. Just so many game actions. Omen of the Sea. Omen of the Sea. Do 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 do. Why did you call Green White Adventures Green White Splicer in the key? Why do you care? Right? Why is it relevant? Because if you choose a target for something, Quark, that target needs to remain a target for the rest of the spell or ability to resolve. I actually think that's one of the more unintuitive rules in Magic, and I think it would be good if they changed it. I also think it would be fun to watch lots of tryhards complain about them changing it. I think that would be great. Sure, yeah, and then other nerds wouldn't be able to actually me when they know what I'm talking about. Shut up. Look at the cards. That's the name of a card in it, Worky Corgi. If you look at the list of cards,
I am not making this up.
it's playing a card with Splicer in its name. probably dead at this point. Kind of feels like we're getting an example of why, I know this isn't exactly the same, but like why the Jund oven deck was kind of edged out of this format. I feel like the space in which these more grindy Trail of Breadcrumbs based oven decks were occupying really kind of got sucked up by these control decks with the release of Theros. Once upon a time, you like consistently ground these decks into the dirt, and it feels like they gained a bunch of really good new tools and we just didn't. Yeah, Dream. The fact that they could just kill you with Dream Trawler or Archons of Sun's Grace is a big deal. Okay, we're super dead here. Rough. Yeah, that didn't feel particularly close, huh? Oh, all the 6 spell hands always look good, right? You're like, well, this would be great if I could cast these. Magic. Oh, this is where the magic happens, chat. Feels magic, man. Hey, look at the bright side. Our 4-card hand has a draw 3 in it, so we can get back to parity. I'm excited to get turn 2 Thought Erasure. I've toggled full control mode so I can concede to discard spell. I'm playing mono red in the ladder, and it's therapeutic to always have Embercleave. It's nice when to be on that side of the game, huh? Probably don't need an Oath of Kaya against a deck playing Birth. This could be a Doom Mirror. This could very well be a Doom Mirror. Oh no! Kaya hates my cats, chat. What did my cats ever do to you? Gassing on up. Do do do. Be do 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 do. Look at that, chat. We gassed up our hand and we don't even have a White Castle in play. Seems a little strange. I think I'm supposed to ditch a cat here, even though Kaya can exile it. Like, now I have to decide, do I want to Oath Kaya or do I want to Oath Rankle?
I'm gonna make myself scarce.
Ooh, I think we just do that now, huh? Yeah. Bye, Felicia. I would love to have access to Wizard stats, Fanu. I would be willing to wager the play draw discrepancy for blue-green flash is probably higher than any other deck in the format, I bet. It's gotta be absurdly high. How much more often you went on the play versus the draw? Wow, what a rat. Okay. So they'll sack their oath. If they draw a brick here, I could trophy their rat and then draw a card with my Doom down the line. They draw another permanent to put into play. Okay, and they get to take a hit off the Castle Lockwayne here too. Yeah, how big's your sample size though, Daldaman? Oh, that's perfect. I don't have to burn. Well, so like the goal of trophying the rat would be so they lose their card. Yes! Yes! Value. This is the game I mulled to for, right, chat? Right, chat? This was the game I mulliganed to for. I just wish to be certain. Excellent. I think I'm gonna trophy the castle. Shut down their card advantage. And then they're gonna sack the Doom to itself. It'll be great. You may cast spells this turn as though they had flash. All right, well let's bury them in a pile of cards now. Looking for this is a heck of a card to grab in a top deck race here, huh? Looking for an oven. Oven will bury them. Temple of Milady. The London Mulligan is great. Yeah, right? Like, we would not be playing this game if I didn't get to keep 3 lands, draw 3, right? Just like not close. Another Trail of Crumbs would also be good. Goose would be great. Just looking for ways to trigger Trail from here on out to amass more card advantage. Oh, yeah, that's true, too. They did have the main deck. Main deck Kaya to kill my cats. Meow. So I'm not attacking here because they have a 3/3 they can make with their creature land hiding over here. It's mobilized district. Okay, I'm pretty sure I have to kill this White Castle. Otherwise, they're just going to sit and amass too much advantage with it. No, I think the district's not worth a trophy because it doesn't create sustained card advantage, but I think the castle's going to do enough over the course of a few turns that's worth taking out here. I also want to do it on their turn, so that way, if I draw something that makes food, I can have all my mana on my turn. Well, shoot.
Phases me.
I assume they're gonna exile a cat here, right? Because they wanna close the window that I have to draw an oven. I think this is a mistake on their part. I think they're supposed to kill my cats because I have Trail of Crumbs in play. All right. Cast better Chemister's Insight because it's green, so naturally it will be better than... Naturally it will be better than its blue counterpart. So, I actually don't want to play this turn, because if I play this, Kaya could eat my food, which wouldn't be ideal. So I'm just going to play my land and pass back here, and then next turn I can trail, crack it, draw 3 cards.
You won.
Hey, party boss. Hey, afternoon. You know, normally it's Teferi like, break it into the fridge and eat your food. Today it's Kaya. I mean, Kaya can exile stuff from my graveyard too. Oh yeah. You love to see it, chat. You love to see it. Oh yeah. Are you intending to finance your next NRG deck? Oh.
Good for you. I'll be back. Just you wait.
Would you believe at one point that company offered me an ungodly amount of money to advertise their service? But I was already advertising Cardsphere and I'd been with them for a while, so I turned them down. Oh, magic drama. For the low cost of $1 a day, you could own Modern Elves. Well, golly. Thanks for giving me a free way to put my cat in the bin. So, one of the sites, Mage Market, that does a similar thing to like, they're a card exchange site, but they're offering people the ability to finance their Magic decks on their site. Wow. Wow, did this bug come up at the Mythic Championship when Canister was playing? So for reference, all of these cards here aren't actually the next cards in my deck. These are the cards on the bottom of my deck. So when you look at cards at the top of your deck right now, it shows you everything on the bottom of your deck after the cards that are revealed. That bug happened at the championship and no one mentioned it. Sounds about right. Doom on you. Doom on you. It isn't a bug. The cards are on the bottom of your deck. That is a bug. Stop it. Stop it. Listen, that's the most That's the most actually Magic player being a nerd, pushing their glasses up and being like, Jeffrey, technically these cards are towards the bottom of your library anyway, so what the computer doing is technically correct. It doesn't matter if the behavior is not what the end user expects it to be, what it intuitively should be. It is a bug and should be treated as such. That is a bug. Stop it. Get some help. I did an accent? Oh, I did my actually accent, I guess. That wasn't intended to be a specific person. More targeted at a subset of Magic players. This is still game 1 where we mulled the 4. Weird that they keep declining to put my oven into the bin. You sacked the cat twice to bolt the Doom Foretold. You better bet your bottom dollar that we're going to sack this cat twice. We are up almost 5 minutes on clock right now. Look at all these cards I have, chat. I am having fun. I do drawing cards is one of my pastimes. All right, so we'll sack the cat. Then in response, we'll bring the cat back. We'll draw 3 cards when we bring it back because that's what life is about. These are a few of my favorite things. I'm doing well, SC Giants. Kitty comes back into play. Kitty meows. Sack the kitty. Hey, Wee McGee, thanks for the 20 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Wait, how does this work if their Doom Foretold goes away? Do I draw a card and get a knight when this happens? Is this trigger gonna reward me? Wait, what? How does that work? If that player can't, they discard a card, lose 2 life, you draw a card. Wait, so because their thing was gone, they got to draw an extra card and get a knight? That is exactly how that works. That's so awkward. That is exactly how that's templated. I like the life saves easing because they lose 2, gain 2, right? All right, let's save ourselves some clock damage here. Get some auto order triggered abilities on. King Canuck, thank you for the 2/3 of a year. Welcome back. I appreciate that. Thanks for keeping me around. How does the game tell which Doom goes first? So triggers that go on the stack simultaneously between both players go in active player, non-active player order. So on your turn, you're the active player, which means your triggers go on the stack first, so they resolve last. Last in, first out. Oh, does Justin need a sword? This is game 1. This is currently the first game. Our deck isn't really big on win conditions. We mulled the 4 that game, chat. That's the lowest number of cards I've won on in a standard match in a while. We did have Blessing to start, though. Maybe I actually don't want Remorse. These matches are going to come down to top decking. Remorse is probably not good if we're coming down to top decking. Do I want Thrashing Brontodon? Do I want Brontodon or Ceratops? I feel like one of these two probably. Ceratops seems fine as an extra beater. I could maybe want Conquer's Death for their Doom Foretold. I could see that. I don't know what I really want to trim, though. I kind of like all my cards. I guess Oath of Kaya is not particularly exciting. Swap those, see how it feels. Doesn't EDC feel bad against their Kaya? I mean, EDC exiles their Kaya. Have a good one, Frank. Itty bitty bugle rat and company B. Do 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 do. Hey, Sunshine, thanks for the sub gifty. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Or thanks for keeping me around. ECD is Elspeth Conquers Death. EDC is, I don't know. I feel like that's an acronym for something. I don't have an answer offhand. Electric Daisy Carnival. Yeah, that's it. That's a Las Vegas thing, right?
Good for you. Well done. Look to see me no more.
Think I just do this and start pressuring them. If they play their own Doom this turn, I get a little bit sad. Because then I lose mine. Yep, blessing of your own. I think I Oath of Kaya their Kaya next turn. Well, we'll play whichever 3-drop they leave us. If we draw a green source, I could play Ceratops and kill their Kaya. I might just Oath their Davriel, though, because Davriel's going to take another card from us otherwise. That's a good draw. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to do this and kill their Davriel. And then we'll play Goose, and then they'll lose Blessing to my Doom. But then they're on the hook for another permanent next turn, which is great. And if my Goose lives, I get to Ceratops with Haste, Smash Kaya, which is appealing. Kaya's just gonna eat the Goose. Yeah, that makes sense. So we're back to needing to draw a green source. Well, didn't get a Trail of Crumbs online. Got pretty thoroughly ground out. Yeah, I think because of the I think I'm supposed to cut the Conquerors and lead the Oath. So I think having cheap cards to feed the Dooms is important. We did draw the green source, that's true. Do you ever like putting matchup hate cards in the main deck, things like Gust, Dispute? Yeah, and especially narrow formats, things like main deck Gust are fine. Mystic Dispute I don't really think classifies as a narrow hate card, just because like Mystic Dispute on a non-blue spell is pretty close to just like a normal spell that you'd be interested in play. Remember, Felcro, instead of asking me why not X, tell me why I should be playing X. Say, Jeff, you should put Brontodon in your deck, and this is the card you should cut and why you should cut it. $12 12% interest is less predatory than most credit cards, right? To set an incredibly low bar, Espen. It's marginally less than most major credit cards, right? Sure, but it didn't happen too quickly for you to like type out your thought. So like, again, one of the things I always like to focus on here, I don't care if you type your short message fast enough to help me not make a mistake. I don't care if we make a mistake. Learning from that mistake and having a discussion about it is worthwhile. So like, if you want to have a discussion about something that I do that you think is wrong, tell me why it's wrong, and let's have a talk about it. if you can't form thoughts about why what I've done is wrong, it's probably right. Or at the very least, I don't have anything to say about it.
I leave you.
What do I think about Esper Hero? I think it's pretty bad. I think traditional mid-range decks tend to not be great in this format. I think the control decks got a huge power boost, and with Dream Trawler allowing them to actually close the game out, there's not a meaningful reason to still be playing. There's not a meaningful reason to be playing more mid-range decks right now. Hey, blue is the color. Thanks for the entire year of support. I appreciate you keeping me around. Let's get you a sword to go with that shield. Huh. So now do I do this? I think I just do this before I Doom Foretold. Could go either way there. So I elected a trophy there rather than dooming right away because their deck is also a doom deck. There's a very real chance that they have enough permanence to feed my doom for a while. So I was just gonna jam doom and get my 2-for-1 out of it right away, like make them discard we draw. But the treacherous blessing changed the dynamic of that for me. I've not played Esper Hero in Historic. I'm not really sure what cards would it be gaining in Historic that could possibly make it better. I guess would be part of my question. All right, we have them on a relatively quick clock here, which is nice. And they have a treacherous blessing of their own, hammering their life total when they cast spells as well. Baby, Volpert, thank you for the 18 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. You meant the sense of traditional mid-range decks. I feel like the format in Historic has a little bit less go over the top in it. I don't know. Historic's not super defined. Like, there aren't regular competitive events for the format, so we don't really have a lot of metrics on it. A lot of things I could say about it are largely anecdotal. May any Green White Adventures today, or will it be postponed? We will certainly be playing Green White Adventures today. For reference, Mondays and Wednesdays are going to be my longer streams pretty consistently. I plan to go to at least 4 o'clock today, if not a little bit longer. Probably got another 45 minutes or so with this deck. Maybe less, depends on how this match goes. If we win this one, we're definitely playing one more. maybe 2 more, depending on the speed. When Standard picked back up towards being good again, just kind of hit a point where just like, needed to add more stream hours. Deck of the day so far. What do we play today? Aristocrats was good. Probably Aristocrats. Probably Aristocrats so far. The Historic deck was also good, though. I might tag Feather as a deck of the day, too. Feather was a really good set. Big agree, Shep. Big agree. Maybe this is too aggressive. I don't really want to play Treacherous Blessing on 2, though. Maybe I'm just supposed to go tapped land pass. Alright, let's cast Sleight of Hand here. Perfect. Wow, really? Okay. Go. So we can eat the Treacherous Blessing with Vraska next turn, even though the Doom's going away, so that's fine. Is there an official deck of the day tag, and if so, where can I find it? I tweet them out sometimes, but on my website, if you click videos, under the videos tab, there's a favorite section. I generally tag at least one deck each day that's a favorite, sometimes two if we have an especially good run. Pain is weakness, leaving the body. Perfect. Yeah, feels like we're pretty solidly into garbage time here. Yeah, if you go to youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland, the very first thing when you see on my YouTube page is a favorites playlist. I mean, if they cleave me, I'm just gonna Assassin's Trophy it, so it just, like, doesn't really matter. little bit garbage time can be fun. Little bit garbage time's a-okay, chap. Can have a little garbage time as a treat. Yep. Little treatsies. Treat yourself. Treat yourself to some garbage time. Meow. Is that a main deck red cat melee? Did that just happen? Fredwick, thanks for the 29 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Oh, I should have blocked here. I just took a point of damage I didn't have to take. So I didn't play cats last turn because I wanted to play them after I sacked the Blessing to Vraska. Although obviously that's a little silly now because it didn't... Hey, Slash Shrino, thanks for the 5 months of support. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Glad to hear you're feeling the burn. Got some Thrashy Bees, got a Kaya. Treacherous Blessing out. Agonizing Remorse out. This is probably a Shatter the Sky matchup, huh? If this isn't what is. Mikai is not good enough. Using this to kill 1 mana things is kind of slow. I'll try this. I think this is a keep. The lands are a little bit painful, but I think it's hard to pass up Oven Cat here. Trail of Crumbs and Trophy are good additions too. The reason you're playing Brothon overnight, that the ETB is a choice, is the reason. So you're right that Night of Autumn is better with Doom explicitly. I think Brontodon's just much better against the red deck though. Brontodon's a better body when you're blocking in combat, and being able to kill Cleave before it hits you is important. Shatters are for this matchup, I imagine. Opponent being forced to stomp our face as opposed to one of our creatures, because Oven would counter their Bone Crusher Giant otherwise, which is great for us. I'm going to wait to bring the cat back because I can draw a card with it when I bring it back here in a second. I'm going to go ahead and sleight a hand to start here. So you find an untapped land that doesn't hurt us. Oh, Twitter's funny sometimes. Alright, on second thought, maybe this joke isn't funny, maybe it's insensitive. I think this joke qualifies as insensitive. What do we think, chat? This is from Colbert. I wonder how much money Bloomberg carries around with him. If only there was some way we could stop him on the street for no reason to search through his pockets. I feel like that's borderline. I feel like that one might qualify as borderline. I guess they're giving up their giant here to smack me for 4. Oh, that's why they're giving up 1, because they have another one. That makes a lot of sense. Is that appropriately punching up? I feel like there's a line there that could be like, I feel like you could view that as punching down at people who are victims of stop and frisk. Like what, I feel like the target of that joke could be up for debate. It's punching up? Okay. Ooh, Uthakaya, sign me up. I played a land this turn already, so I think we just pass here and plan to like activate ovens and pay mana for trail. We also have 2 mana up here, so when the ace tried to send us to Cleveland, we get to trophy it. Which, by the way, I would encourage everybody out there to register and vote in the Democratic primary. Please don't make Bloomberg the nomination. He's an awful human being. What's stopping frisk? So Michael Bloomberg, when he was the mayor of New York City, basically gave the police permission to stop and search anyone they wanted on the street that they found suspicious. And believe it or not, that policy was largely used to target and harass various minorities in New York City while it was implemented. Thanks for the half a year, Melodic Lyrics. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I don't know. I feel like Bloomberg would be much worse than Biden. Hopefully the answer is neither of them. We don't have to make that crap choice. All right, just to land. God bless. Yeah, Bloomberg strikes me as someone who's very similar to Trump while being smart enough to understand what he's doing fully. Ain't that much success when I play a deck like this first raid. Yeah, Trophy goes a long way. Brownthedon also helps. Yeah, and Bloomberg actually has money, unlike Trump, who's likely broke, and that's why he doesn't share his tax returns. What are the chances Bernie wins South Carolina? It's actually looking like there's a non-zero chance Bernie could win South Carolina, which would honestly be absurd and great. That's like the final death knell to what's it called Biden's campaign would be losing South Carolina. Yes, yeah. Bloomberg is like, it's very similar to Trump, only he won't say the quiet parts loud. That's the big thing about Trump. Like, the things that Trump is doing and talking about have been a part of the Republican Party for a long time. It's just Trump hasn't been quiet about the awful parts like they've done in the past. Well, we have an answer to that. I would eventually like to find a Thrashy boy here to kill the Embercleave. It depends on... There is a delegate type system for the primaries. They do not just count the popular votes. So Sanders, for example, won the popular vote in Iowa, but didn't have the most delegates overall. Did I just play Doom Foretold here? I think I just played Doom Foretold here. Yeah, definitely hanged. All right, moving on up. Do 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 do. It's just timeouts. Timeouts are a reward, Cell. Timeouts are us showing we care. You should take a small amount of time, SC Giants, and you should fact check the things I say, just like you should fact check the things most people say, especially if you're taking them as a news source. If you find some information that contradicts something I say, you should bring it up with the source. I am not a god emperor. I am wearing clothes. I am human. I am fallible. Our feelings the source. Listen, I have the bestest feels. One could argue I have the bigliest bestest feels that I've ever felt. How's Wikipedia? Wikipedia is actually a great source because well-written Wikipedia articles have sources cited at the bottom. So think of Wikipedia pages as kind of a super Google for topics because they're a page that gives you a summary of the topic and then gives you links in the footer to more actual sources about that topic. What's going on, Sento? All right, looking to draw a land here. If we hit a third land, Blessing should pull us into a fourth land, and then hopefully Doom gets to take him to town. Yeah, looks like they're a red oven deck. Be interested to see if they're the more aggressive build, or if they're Jund with Trophy. Missing here feels bad, but Trophy is at least a good insurance plan because they're likely a Mayhem Devil deck. We need to take that one off the table. Yep. Yeah, that's the correct way to approach it. Hey, Frantic, thanks for the tip. I appreciate the support. My teachers always told me not to cite Wikipedia and instead cite 20-year-old books with inaccurate and outdated research. How do I choose? Research papers. Okay, you know what? Beggars aren't gonna be choosers. It's not the third land we wanted, but let's be honest, Chad, it's probably the third land we deserve. Hey, QJC, thank you for the 4 months. I appreciate the third of a year. Welcome back. Hey, DZ, thanks for the host. Hope you had a good stream. Hey, Platinum Angel, thanks for a third of a year. Welcome back. Now the question is, if I miss on a land again next turn, do I jam Blessing to hit the land, or do I just play Oath of Kaya and kill the priest? I almost feel like I'm supposed to just jam Blessing if I miss. I think I'm supposed to jam Blessing here. Perfect. Yeah, I mean, like, so the priest isn't really making me sacrifice anything, so all I'm risking is them getting the priest to draw a card for a turn, and I think that's an appropriate risk when I want to hit my land drops pretty badly here. Light up the stage. Interesting build. So the Chandra means the priest gets to start drawing cards here. I think I'm just supposed to jam the Doom. Because two Dooms wear them down pretty quickly. The land maybe changes things, so I could Oath plus Trail now if I wanted. I don't know if I want to, though. I think I just want to start chipping away at their board. Getting Treacherous Blessing off my board also has upside, so I take less damage. Oh, they are just at 8, aren't they? I wasn't even paying attention to that. Yeah, that's a good point. They are probably just dead, huh? No, they are just dead, right? We cat them for 4, we untap, we cat them for 3, we oath them.
Not to brag, but I'm totally the best pyromancy student.
Yeah, like, I just been like, you just like kind of take monotonous game actions here, just like, yep, 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 yep. Oh yeah, they do have a food to buy them a turn here, that's true. Maybe I just like throw another Doom into play. Look too much at the board at the opponent's HP. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm currently in like stay alive mode, so to speak. That's true. If they tap out and can't eat the food, they die. Deal Arena, opponent. I appreciate you. Do 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 do. Meow. Upstairs. Bye, friend. All right, so Agonizing Remorse probably not super useful. Kaya seems good. Is Thrashy B good here? Maybe. I feel like at least one Treacherous Blessing needs to come out. I probably don't want all of that card. Is this a Shatter or a Thrashy B matchup? I feel like it could be either. Conqueror's Death seems really slow and clunky. I'm gonna bring in 3 Shatters. Let's give that a try. Let's give it a go, eh? Yeah, Shatter's literally just Wrath of God here. Just cleans him right on out. Sure. It kills Rankle too. Rankle's a consideration. Thanks, Lyrics. I'll have to put that in my post stream wrap up. Post stream watch. Usually spend about an hour after the stream watching news VODs and getting stuff ready for the next day. Stormfist. Am I supposed to kill this right away? I feel like I am. That one gets to stick around. Not playing out the other goose because I'm probably going to sweep the board with Shatter here in a bit. Get to just make a food here. Not my bits, opponent! What did my bits ever do to you? Blender Bottle, thanks for re-upping for the second month. Welcome back. Socio Penguin, we're talking about some more news. There's a YouTube channel that does news stuff. One of the ones I watch with some frequency on YouTube. I just shatter here. Feel like I'm just supposed to shatter here. Perfect. So, I think my plan here is shock this in, and then eat a food plus activate Trail of Crumbs this turn, and then hopefully they hit a third land, play a 3-mana creature, and then I can shatter next turn. Is my plan. Kroxa, yep. We'll draw a card here before I decide what we're discarding. Extra Trail, sign me up. I think it's just Goose. Think I want to hold the trophy for the oven. Huh? That's not bad. I guess, do I really want to trophy the oven? Maybe I just play this turn. Just gonna play this turn. I don't think I want to give them a third or fourth land before they draw one. It's possible I should have just played Vraska and eaten their thing and killed their thing there too. I could have also Vraska plus eaten the Oathakaya is a potential line. Vraska could eat the food. If I draw an untapped land, Vraska eat the food sounds reasonable. Not my bits. That's actually an incredibly good draw. I think I'm going to trade my cat with their gutter bones if they attack here. I get the option. Okay. They've stumbled so much, Robert doesn't even draw them a card here, which is great. Yeah, probably interested in shattering now. God bless, Marty. Feel the burn. Definitely in for an oven. Looking for an untapped land here. Not an ideal one, but it'll do in a pinch. That's a great one, too. Wow. I believe we just shatter. They get to eat gutter bones and then bring back 2 cats, but then Doom Foretold is going to make them sack something next turn. Okay. If we don't get punked out this turn, I feel like we're in a really good spot if we get to untap. Kaya's going to start gaining us life, and then I have Assassin's Trophy here as well. Going after Bloomberg almost seems like low-hanging fruit, but I really hope they tear into him. Wow, Mayhem Devil is rude. Mayhem Devil is super rude. No, Kaya's about to eat gutter bones. Kaya is about to eat gutter bones. Am I dead? Oh, almost, right? Real close. Do they have a shock in their hand?
Dispelling phantasms makes me feel good. I had guild business to attend.
Oh, crap. Oh, crap. This is active. That might cost me the game. I forgot Kroxa was active at this point. Yeah. Yeah, that's a big mistake. Yeah, should have probably taken Kroxa plus Gutterbones there, or Kroxa plus Cat. Probably Gutterbones. They're kind of out of food. It's not worth worrying about things like that, Nemesis. Don't spend time stressing out about things you can't control.
I'll be back. Just you wait.
All right, they have 3 cards in there.
Won't lie, I'm a pretty great player. Hey, these little guys are great.
Okay, do they have another permanent they can put into play here, or is this Strandra a one-shot that gets eaten by Doom Foretold? If I get to untap with, but they're going after Kaya and not me is huge here. What's our best draw here? Like Othakaya or another Doom Foretold?
Whoa, that one actually got through.
Another Trail of Crumbs could be good. Goose would actually be a really good draw for me. How about a land, chat? Do you think a land is a good draw for me?
Reaper won't you beat me this time. Bravo.
Am I dead? This does 2, this does 2, this does 1. I believe I'm at 1 currently, huh? Stupendous. Thank you for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, I guess I could have traded Kaya for the oven. Maybe I'm supposed to trade Kaya for the oven. Maybe that's correct. They could kill Kaya here, yeah. I'm dead. That was a close game. I think I messed that up. The turn, I shouldn't have given them the option to return Kroxa. It took a card out of our hand and we just weren't able to recover from there. I think I'm happy with how I boarded. Let's run it back. Try and play slightly tighter in this next one. Sure. Get my fetch here, get that auto pass value in. That sweet auto pass value. It was a good game of Magic. You're not wrong. Let's get this out of my hand before they can play a discard spell on it. Well, I was gonna say, do I Treacherous Blessing or use the Trail this turn? Drawing a cat to go with my oven makes that decision super easy. Well, untap land, please. Ding, ding, ding. Doom on you. Doom on you. Interesting that they're committing more to play while I have the Doom Foretold out. So they're full on going to try and play through this, huh? So I'm going to sack the cat here. And then during my upkeep, in response to my Doom Foretold trigger, we'll bring the cat back. I'd love a land that doesn't hurt me. We'll sack the cat to the Doom Foretold. Maybe I'm not supposed to play Treacherous Blessing because they have Stormfist going. What can you do besides donate? You could volunteer. You could phone bank. You could canvas. You could tell your friends who you know normally aren't politically involved what Bernie stands for and why he's worth showing up to the primary to vote for, why he's worth showing up in the general election to vote for. I would bet everybody on this stream that cares a little bit about politics has a number of friends that you're certain don't give a crap at all generally that you could convince to show up and vote. Well then. Alright, easy blessing sack here, obviously. You live in rural Texas. You should try. Rural Texas still matters for the primary, and I think we could definitely see. I am optimistic that in my lifetime Texas will be a purple state. I think that we could definitely see that turn into a swing state at some point. Do I want to kill them both? I guess it denies them a card draw too. Do I want to pop Doom off at this point? I kind of want to just, like, let it keep eating their board. I don't have that many more removal spells. I think I just want to let Doom keep eating their board here. Like, my cat's generating plenty of cards. Yeah, like, Doom just keeps, like, nom-nomming away here. Yeah, they get to Kraxa this turn. I do eventually want to get the second oven into play. You're not wrong. Oh, would you look at that? I get to discard a cat, chat. It's exciting. Texas's efforts to attract tech companies has caused a lot of unintended bluing. Yep. It's really weird. It's almost like the people that are smart enough to work tech jobs tend to work Democrats, tend to vote Democrat. They had darn liberal bias that the colleges give the kids. I don't understand. All these people I know went and got college educations. Now they vote Democrat. It's so weird. Vraska's probably good here. I think I probably want to shatter this turn. I just want to like work to keep my health total high here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and play the oven out just to like bounce my cat back and forth a little more. I don't remember the exact number. It was a lot more than I normally asked for, though. And it was only for a month. But, like, I had a similar service, like CardSphere was a similar service that I was sponsored by at the time. And, like, CardSphere had been with me for a while. So, like, I valued the loyalty rather than taking a larger payday for a short-term thing. Also, like, there's also work on my part, like when a sponsor comes to me, I have to like vet them and make sure I understand their product and it's something I'm comfortable promoting. And like that takes time and energy too. Like, there's non-zero number of times I've like done research on a sponsor and then had to conclude that like I definitely don't want to promote this product, and then it's like it's wasted energy on my part. Okay, so I think next turn we're probably gonna Vraska, kill Kroxa, Kaya, uptick, eat Kroxa plus Mayhem Devil. Not before we cycle these through, though.
I grow bored with this fight.
I like a good fight. Too bad. I'll be back.
Goodbye, friends. You want to exile the cat? Nah, the cat's fine. It's not doing anything. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah, feels like we slid into garbage time at this point. Our health total is pretty high. We've got 2 planeswalkers out. We've got these out. That's a pretty good one.
Hey there.
Hey, what's up, dude? Hi, you want to say hi?
Hi, Anna.
Hi, Internet. How was kindergarten today?
Good.
Good? You're a big kid?
Yeah.
Yep.
I want to do that.
I love you too, buddy. Have fun.
Papa, do your work.
You're great, dude. Yeah, I should have cycled this one more time. That's fine. It'll be okay. I think we're far enough ahead that that doesn't really matter. Alright, so let's go ahead and Oath of Kaya, the Midnight Reaper. And then we'll trophy the Mayhem Devil. Hey, Team America. Thanks for the half-a-year support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yep, we have two children that are outside of my wife and a third one on the way. So Declan is 4, almost 5, so he's not in kindergarten yet, so he's at daycare, which runs till longer. We do not have a name yet.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
I'll be back. All right, I can eat Othakaya too. Braska's a hungry gal. Christy has vetoed all the magic-related names. Magic-related name will not be happening. They dead to Kaya next turn. Yep, looks like it. Are the naming rights given to the first Shillionaire? Negative. Need sneakier magic names. Sarah Angelica, she'd be a vigilant child. You have 5 girls, and if you had an 8th kid, that's so many chillins. That's a lot. No, the naming rights were a 7-figure donation. Because at 7 figures, Christy would agree. The Kaya was lethal already. Alright, so we make it out of that. 3 and 1. Alright, it's not bad. I felt like the red matchup felt super reasonable. Both Thrashing Bronzodon and Assassin's Trophy went a long way there towards making that reasonable. The blue-white matchup felt hard. I don't know that I need 4 Shatters in here. Conqueror's Death doesn't really play well with what the rest of this build is doing. I feel like I would like at least a pair of Lilianas in the sideboard as a way to deal with Dream Trawler as the game goes along. And honestly, the answer might just be a full grip of Lilianas. Yeah, that would probably be where I would start for the blue-white matchup, just like Lilianas and Shifting Ceratopses. I think that would be the direction I would try. I think this deck's incredibly grindy. Like, we played with this set, spent almost 2 hours, and we only played 4 matches in 2 hours, and like a number of those matches were against aggro decks. So like when you're winning with this deck, it takes a while. It's a real slog. Like, you look at our main deck here, right? The win condition is literally Blinking the Cat or Doom Foretold. So especially game 1, you're really slogging and grinding it out. At any rate, today is a long stream, so we're going to do one more deck before we call it a day. I've got some green-white adventures here that we're going to close out on. I'm going to hit a quick ad roll. I get everything flipped over. When we get back, we're going to hopefully smork some people with this. So be back in just a few, folks. Thanks for hanging out today. Don't go anywhere.